Oh, hi there. Welcome to the channel. It's Wednesday, and I am planning on training a bit more for the Shogi Wars Rising Streamer Tournament, which is coming up on September 6th. It is 7 p.m. Japan time, 3 a.m. California time. So it's going to be a off normal hour stream, but I will be doing that September 6th again. And I've been training and will continue to do so. But today, instead of playing 3-minute games, which is what the tournament will be held in, I'm going to slow it down a little bit, pull it back to 10-minute. Instead of 3-minute games, pull it to 10-minute games, just to try to make sure that I don't get too wrapped up in only moving quickly. So keep a balance there. And at 11 o'clock, which is in about an hour, we have a WSL game, a Division D WSL game between Hungary and Slovakia. So I would like to watch that with you all, and that is the plan. So got my Itoen matcha green tea, still unsponsored. Going to go into the games and just get a start here. See if maybe we can get in a couple good games before WSL begins. Candy Pero Pero. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Looks like I got a 3-win streak here. I'm gonna put my tea down. Got the pause. Looks like we'll have a Bogeen. Yagura. Maybe I should have just done this. Interesting. Okay, so what's our plan here? What's our plan? Do we just come up? Do we drop this? I think we just do this. I think. Maybe I should have brought my silver up. Maybe. Yeah, this will be a good one to look at. I think I may have misplayed a couple moves here. I also had the option. Of bringing my bishop up instead of pushing the pawn, which would allowed, if he pushes the pawn, I come up. I think that's the way I usually do it, and that's probably the way I'd prefer to do it. So I'm not sure exactly what I need to do here. Obviously, he's going to be jumping in. All right. I don't love this. What do I do? What do I do? If he pushes a pawn, I come back. Huh. Wow. Think this is good. I got to make sure. Don't play too quickly. Don't play too quickly. This is not a race. So I come up here, he drops a pawn. He tatakis me up. I have to take the gold. Let's do this. I don't like this, though. I really don't like this so much here. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. I don't think he has a bishop in hand already and a silver. If I come up, he takes the bishop and I take the rook. Yeah, I get a rook, but he's got two bishops and a pretty safe king, and my king is not. My king is not safe. Musashi no Kimi, hello. I started a little earlier than usual. A little earlier. Hey, Blitzing Eagle, nice to see you. So I come up here. He drops the bishop. I drop a pawn. Wow. So I take pawn takes.
7分
I drop the pawn. Well, I can't really take because take, knight take. No, because he'll take with the knight. Um, hmm. Is there anything else? Are there any other tactics here? Any other tactics here? Super Goyak, hello, hello. I did hear about the resolution of Japan 2 WSL case. Ivan, hello. Mukashi, your sleep schedule likes me. So I only have one pawn. So I can take, he takes, if I drop the rook, what is he going to do? I think I'm in trouble if that is the case. I think I'm in a lot of trouble. I think I'm in a lot of trouble regardless. Um,
5分
I dropped the rook. Hmm. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. What if I come up here? No, 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 no. This is not great. It's definitely not great. So what would I do if he brings this bishop back? Wow, that is not what I expected. But it seems good. It does seem great. He's gonna win this rook. Yeah, yeah, nice, very nice, very nice, very nice indeed, very nice indeed. Yep. Do I have anything? Do I have anything? Um, I don't see anything good. Comes up here, he takes.
3分
All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Gold drop. Okay. All right. Well, it's still like so. Rook drop takes is mate. Let's block. Let's block.
2分30秒
Hmm. Trying to live. You know, obviously I don't have much time.
2分
Hmm.
1分30秒
GG. Good, nice mate. Nice mate. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he didn't want the mate in one, so... He didn't want the mate in one, so I guess I will just keep playing.
1分
GG.
ドンマイドンマイ
Makemashita. Silver behind gold? No, I don't think it's that good in this case. In any case I make it, it's usually not so good. What happened with Japan too? The team was disqualified from WSL. The reports that I read on the Shogi Harbor Discord are that
Loss.
one
Current
player
streak is 1 loss.
was actually all the team members. So that account, or those accounts, I believe, were closed. Let's get another. Good game to my opponent. Oh, I did want to look at that, and I will at some point later. That opening. I misplayed the opening. You know, it's bogeying. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
対局開始嬉野流
Oh, and this guy's 4 winning. Get our Torizashi on. Wow, that's a fast it's a fast
取り差し
Okay. So there are 2 ways to go about this. There's bishop straight up, and then there's pawn. Yeah, this seems good. This does seem good. Except, let's do this. Do I give up my rook? I give up a rook, gold takes, horse takes, and then what does he do? Then what does he do? What does he do? Is there something here? I think it's here. I think it's here. I think it's here. So if he pulls the gold back, do I take both? I take with the horse. I take with the bishop. Yeah, I take with the bishop. Can I take the rook.
7分
I drop the rook. He pulls the gold back. I take. He takes. I drop the gold. He drops the bishop. No, then I would just take. What if I push the pawn? He takes with the gold. All right. Spent a lot of time. He's got a big time advantage. Huh. Huh. I could come back here and then I drop my rook. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh boy. Very nice. Well, no, it's not very nice. It's not very nice. It's not very nice. This is very nice. Oh, that's not a fork. That's not here. That's not here. Oh no, I misread the diagonal. I misread the diagonal. I don't have much time. I'm desperate. I'm desperate. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice defensive move. I think he should probably just take. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, let's see.
3分
Is there anything here?
2分30秒
I can't even Sumero.
2分
Hmm. I don't know if this will do it. I don't think this will do it.
1分30秒
Wow. Yeah. So he'll just take this pawn.
1分
47 seconds. Oh, interesting.
30秒
I don't have enough time.
20秒
GG. This is good game. Impressive game. I think I overpressed. I think I just overpressed.
もうやらない。
GG. Makemashita. Not playing so well today. Not playing so well today. Yeah, Kairos and Ayaka, hello. Good to see you. Tough games. Tough games. This one here, I tried to push. I think this is what I was talking about when I played too much 3-minute games. I try to I play a little too aggressively. I maybe just coming back is it. Maybe just coming back is it. Your rook doesn't work. So I'm going to guess just coming back. I'm going to guess just coming back. I miss the real difficulty is that I misread the diagonal on my on the tactic that I saw. I invented a tactic that didn't exist on the board. So like that was the main problem I think in this game. Killer Ducky, hey, you want to eliminate their pawn with the horse? Yeah, and I went for that later, and then I gave up on it when I saw a tactic that didn't exist. So what is this? What? Let's.
願いを叶えてやろう。
Yeah.
8四
Yeah.
角成。
So I'm just I'm not content to take my big advantage here. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I just was I'm like I said, I think I'm still a little bit in 3-minute mode where I've got to see the win. I've got to see the win. And so I'm going for the quicker wins instead of just taking my big advantage. Yvonne, yeah, it's contextual. It's like everything. It's all context. It's good when it's good. It's bad when it's bad. A lot of those sorts of shapes. They're good when they're good when they're good. They're bad when they're bad. I try not to stick to any sort of heuristics. It's at the end of the day, you got to calculate or visualize. All right. So this was it. This was it. This was it. Yeah. All right. GG. Let's move on. What's my rating? 28%. I'm back down into the 20s. Back down into the 20s. So hopefully I can get another game in here before the WSL game starts. I think I should. Oh boy. All right. Well, whatever. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I don't want to miss the start of the game. Come on.
嬉野流。
Especially now that I'm Gote. I'm just gonna be force-fed the bogeying Gote. Oh, okay. It's the slowest possible way to take this pawn. So what do I do now? Do I take it with the silver or do I take with the gold and then bring my rook over? That's the question. I think I take with the gold. I think the engine usually likes taking with the silver. But I'm in such a nice spot to be able to get my rook over. But it's going to take time to get this gold out of the way. So I'm going to do this. So he's going to take back his pawn. I could get my bishop up. No, I can't. So let's do this. It's looking good for ya boy. So since I want to do this WSL, I hope he just resigns here. I mean, I always hope he just resigns here. So if he takes, Whoa! Do I have something here? Do I have something? Do I have something? Like take the bishop, silver takes, I drop the rook here? No. Well, this needs tempo. This comes with tempo. This comes with tempo. He can't just take there. Pawn. Well, let's do this first. He takes this. All right, so let's do this first. Interesting. Should I just drop the gold? No. That's not good for me. That's not good. That's not good for me.
7分
That is not good for me. $6.45. Silver here. Silver here. Takes. Ah, look at that. Look at that.
系統の銀
Boy. Come on. Do I have, I do want, I think I do want an exchange. Wow. Okay. Oh, boy. Interesting. Very interesting. It's got a pawn. $5.23. I have tons of time. Tons of time. Come on.
5分
So hopefully it's a resign now. We're getting close. Oh no, we have time. We have time. That is check. Arigatou gozaimashita. Alrighty. Alrighty. We sort of made up for the first two games. What a shape he has. Great to see you, Surgebringer. Very interesting, a very interesting game. No doubt. No doubt. So before the WSL game starts, before the game starts, what am I trying to say? Before the WSL game starts, I need to refill my tea, and I'll take a quick little bio break, but I will switch it there. And that's do I have my? Yeah. Okay. So it was 1 and 1. It was actually 1 and 2. It was 1 and 2. So I'm gonna put this. I don't want false information. So I'll leave this and then be back. Alrighty. Back. While I'm still on this screen, I'm gonna switch over to my 81 Dojo scene, and there it is. So we're on 81 Dojo, and now I guess, the WSL game is starting in 10 minutes, and it is it's Division D, Hungary versus Slovakia. So as we've said before, and we've noticed, Division D and Division E seem to have a much higher chance of a game not happening, or a game basically not happening. But one of the player from Hungary, is already waiting. So 9 minutes early. Love to see it. But we'll take a look at WSL right now. So let's talk. The first thing I want to look at is Division B. Let's see what the tournament organizers have done to Division B. And they have taken Japan 2 and put them at 10. And so I was wondering if maybe they might do like a -1, or something like that, just -1 across the board. Also, I like -1 across the board, not 0. These are still open, so these need zeros. Maybe they don't, maybe their database software or what, maybe their database or however they're generating these pages, maybe it's a little annoying to pre-populate results. I don't know, but this team was leading and undefeated, I believe, and now they have 0 points. So, has there been an official announcement here on here? There are no notices. So there's no notices here. It appears there's no announcement for it, but I'm also curious to see how 81 Dojo shows these players. Does 81 Dojo show that they have been closed? No. There's no indication that this player has been closed. At least no indication that I can see. So that is interesting. That is very interesting. What does Shogi Wars do? They put someone as like 10,000 Q or 9,999 Q. Something like that. What does Shogi Wars do? Shogi Wars has a little fun with it. The game that we'll be watching today is Division D, Slovakia and Hungary. Hungary is in the bottom, near the bottom. They've got some padding. But they would like to stay out of that bottom two. You don't want to fall down to Division E. Slovakia is in the middle of the pack, so they're relatively close here. Slovakia is safe from demotion, I'd say. Probably almost mathematically guaranteed of not demoting next year. But there are still chances to go up. So this is an important game. 8 wins, 5 down is real Yloigh. What do you mean? I mean, this is possible. This is definitely possible. Like if Koshiro started a new account, he would be this. He'd basically be like this. Definitely possible. I am very hesitant, like in general, just very hesitant in shogi, or in chess, especially. I think chess maybe a little more than shogi, but I'm very hesitant to assume nefarious things. The more I use engines, the more I study games of strong players or even my own games, you see a lot of stuff. So, in isolation, a lot of stuff could look sketchy, and it could be totally legit. So, I hesitate to do that even more than I used to. Even more than I used to. Still waiting here for this. We have 5 minutes. I think that what like the little bit you see about chess.com, this was talked about. I've been thinking a lot more about it again since I read that Danny Wrench book, Dark Squares. Briefly, like chess.com, obviously, nobody really wants to put out all the details of their fair play systems. But one of the things is that, which has been known for a while, chess.com is looking at historical numbers. They're not looking at single games. They're also looking, well, except in the case of something obvious, but they're looking at potentially other things the things going on the machine, the timing of moves, I think, even. But like that, the only time that I can recall, the only two times that I can recall that I was 100%, 99.9% convinced that I was cheated. One of them was recently on Kyo, and I could not sleep. I could not sleep. I was because this game bothered me so much. I don't know why it bothered me so much, but I just got crushed. But the thing was, the timing of all their moves was all like, it was like 5 or 7 seconds. It was that textbook. In the old days when chess content creators would be like, I met a cheater and I beat him, kind of things. It was always like this, where this genius cheater, is basically taking a move, putting it in an app, and then making his move, and then putting it in an app, so there's like the constant cadence, like that 5 to 7 second cadence, and I think either Levi Rosman or Eric Rose, someone, I don't think it would have been Eric Rosen, but the people who beat this, they basically they clog up the game so that the other player has to make more moves than they have time for. So if every move is going to take you 5 to 7 seconds, and it's going to be perfect moves, the way to do that is just make a long game. And sure enough, as soon as the time gets low for the person that's that like Levy or whoever saw, they just start making terrible moves and the game just collapses. But someone on Kyo did that to me a week or so ago, and I didn't report it. I don't bother reporting, especially on shogi sites. But yeah, so I guess in my life, I think I have been convinced of it only twice, that someone has been doing it against me. I'm sure someone else has, but like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Did I see the Rico Cup video? Like rikoDLC, RIKO? No, I don't know what Rico Cup is. If they are not playing by themselves, they're cheating. It's easy to understand. Yeah, it's easy to understand, but it's not always... Okay, the game started. It's not always easy to detect. And, we want to believe a lot of times if we lose. We want to, myself included, we want to believe that we've been cheated. But the reality is, most of the time, I would say, in Shogi anyway, the reality is, the vast majority of the time, we are not. We are not. Oh, Rebecca's challenge. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was, she has done that for the past 2 years. Rebecca has made that, she has played a professional event for the past 2 years. And, yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing. I love seeing her succeed. And, not last year. The first time she did it, which was 2 years ago, she played my Shogi Wars avatar, Wada Hana, the 2018 United States Shogi champion, who I think is 1Q ladies professional these days. She's either 1Q or Shodan ladies professional. And Rebecca played her. It was a really good game. It was good. And then, the professional just made some amazing moves. But yeah, this year's the Chunuichi, I can't remember the channel. They made a video about Rebecca's journey, or whatever they called it, Rebecca's challenge. I think you said Rebecca's challenge. Yeah. There's a video about it, And yeah, it was great. There were, I think Shogi Harbor might have done, I think Shogi Harbor and maybe Koshiro did videos for the first year that Rebecca did it. Rebecca, for anyone who doesn't know, is Tokyo Peach, the account on 81 Dojo and elsewhere. She's a strong player from Brazil who has put in a lot of work to help the local Brazilian and online shogi community. So really, as far as I can tell, really nice person. I haven't had many personal interactions with her. So, I don't, it's not like I know her or anything like that, but I'm just going to say she's really nice and she loves shogi, and she has appeared in the Rico Cup for the past 2 years. So, when that happens, I am in full on Rebecca cheering mode. Magic Bates, hello. You've seen a fair amount of JP tweets saying that the Kyo reports get that notification. Yeah. I've seen some of that. I've seen some people saying that their reports have no longer been, that the reports these days are getting more ignored than ever. But they're getting more ignored. But I don't know. Like I said, I didn't even bother reporting it. It's like, it doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, it ruined my day. It ruined my night. Me reporting them so that they can just create a second account and cheat on that account. Like, it does nothing for me. It does nothing for me. Especially since my expectation is that the Kyo anti-cheat stuff is very unsophisticated. My guess is that it's a complete afterthought, which is understandable because they're trying to start out. Chess.com did not start with a full-featured anti-cheat system. Lichess didn't start. The number one goal is to get players and to make players happy. Once that happens, then you need to start doing stuff like taking care of anti-cheat. Once money is involved and things like that. So it took a long time. Some would argue too long, but it took a long time for chess.com to really make headroads into that. It's a tough problem. It's a real tough problem. I'd sort of argue that it's an impossible problem. But you can certainly improve the situation. And I think like chess.com has led the way in doing stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that was another one. Like I've said, like Kyo, I've just lost the care about Kyo. That was one of the final nails in the coffin. That was definitely one of the final nails in the coffin. Not that it's Kyo's fault, because every site is going to have cheaters. But on top of all the other things that were making me not enjoy Kyo, that was just one more thing. I think you'll have more cheating in those I suspect you'll have more cheating in those types of casual games that people might not actually care about. Where like the player who's doing it might not even care about shogi. Like might barely even know how to play shogi. They're just like, oh, they think they've pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. Like this is the first time anyone's ever thought I can put in my moves into an engine. One of those. You've always been suspicious about the claims of their fair play detection. It seems like too difficult. Yeah, I think so. I believe it is too difficult of a task, but I think they are doing a lot of good work. I think they are finding and closing a lot of accounts that are cheating, including titled players, obviously. And if Danny Wrench is to be believed, and I think for the most part he is. This is a personal decision. For the most part, he is to be believed. But they take it extremely seriously. Like they don't do it on a 99% chance. They do it on a near 100% chance that it's happening. They have to be nearly 100% chance convinced that it is the case. Which is both good and bad, because that means people that can sort of extremely occasionally and convincingly do it are not going to get hit. But maybe you could argue that if they are doing it extremely and frequently, maybe it's not impacting stuff as much. I don't know. It's a tough problem. It's a tough problem, and it's an interesting discussion. It's an interesting hypothetical discussion. I don't like being involved in it. Like when it's me being cheated, I don't even want to think about it. But I think it's totally overblown. I still think it's overblown in chess. I don't think it's overblown in shogi because it's not really talked about much in shogi. And for the WSL closing, I don't know if we know that it's actually cheating. So that I want to be clear about that. That it's not clear to me that the people who have been disqualified from WSL cheated at all. Like cheated with an end soft play. As far as I know, and I have barely looked into this. As far as I know, those players were blocked because of multi-accounting. Or that player, his accounts were blocked or were banned because of multi-accounting. I don't know if it was because of cheating. Ivan, this is not Russia. This is Slovakia and Hungary. Surgebringer, yes. 100% agree. Yeah, multi-accounting in a team event is cheating. Yes, of course. But it's not the sort of cheating that we were talking about. It's not sort of like that fair play, detection. Engine usage. There's I think a lot of times when people talk about cheating in these games, it's engine usage that they are talking about. And I don't know if that person did. Their account is new. It has 8 wins. It has 0 losses. It's 5 down. But I haven't looked at those games. And like I said earlier on the stream, that's totally possible. A good player to just start a new account on 81 Dojo, that's totally possible. Totally possible. Like I wouldn't even blink at a new account that's 8-0 and 5 down. From Japan, anyway. Where there are more strong players. Like when I see US accounts like that, that's when I'm starting to get a little suspicious. We got fourth. We're still in this fourth file rook opening. The with not type of cicada system, but it's not quite Ishida, right? It's not quite Ishida. Do you have to have the bishop on the edge for it to be called Ishida? Surgery, you say a lot of cheating prevention is based on trust. So someone who betrays it with multi-account is doubly suspicious. Agreed. Yes. Trust is one of those compounded things. Once you lose trust in one area from someone or some organization, it's reasonable to start, I think, distrusting in other areas. So absolutely. To be called Ishida, you have to be solid. I don't know. I don't know what solid is anymore. I have no idea in shogi what solid is. these Ivory Bisha games are always interesting to me. What I like Gote's position right now. I think what I like, even though there's this advanced knight, I think what I like about Gote's position is that the king has not committed to a castle, and I don't like to play Mino against Ivory Bisha. You know, I like to make King Muso or something like that. So I don't know who's got a better position here, but I think I like Gote. I think, unless there's some major tactic I'm missing here. This is not necessarily a weakness yet, because the rook can come out here, or the king can come out here. But like, if we can exchange bishops, all of a sudden there's a bishop drop here. You never know what true Ishida is. It seems to you to be floating third file rook. That is Ishida. Okay. There's quick Ishida, which is the early pawn push exchange, and then the rook, the rook does it. But I don't know if the rook has to float back then to the fourth rank for that to be then called quick Ishida. I don't know. I don't know that, Joseph. I mean, I know the moves. I don't necessarily know the name. What qualifies it as the name? Does this pawn have to be pushed? Like I said, does the bishop have to be coming to the edge? I have my Torizashi. Well, it's technically, I was going to say, I have my repertoire, my Torizashi repertoire that I play against Ishida. The structures that I like to create. But I misspoke already, because if the opponent is playing Ishida, then technically it's not Torizashi. Torizashi, I believe, requires the king to be the king, the bishop to be on 7-9, the king to be on 7-8, and the opponent's bishop has to be on 3-3, 3-3 or 7-7. That is when I think Torizashi is technically I think that is technically Torizashi. But against Ishida, I don't think that is technically Torizashi. I think it's just good stuff. I don't know if it's even good. It's stuff. It's stuff from Urashino Ryu. Obviously, it's whatever Shogi Wars says you have to get. Yeah, I mean, that's, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, is that we get badges for this. But I do think, especially with an old-fashioned, classic, if you will, opening like Torizashi, there's a set. I think there's a set number of variations and patterns that qualify as it. I think. Unfortunately, I can't get a Torizashi book. Well, I can get one. I assume it exists. I can't read it. Do not like. Oh, yes, I do. I think I like. I didn't realize that it was fourth file rook. I'm not used to seeing, from this perspective, a rook on the fourth file. So this is, like I said, this is Division D, but these are both strong players. He's Shodan from Hungary. I don't see many Hungary flags on 81 Dojo, so he's an established player with lots of games. Shodan strength seems good already. Tony Ko, he might be one of these lower. Yeah. So who knows what his strength is? Because he has not played many games on 81 Dojo. He might be like a WSL only guy. So this is one of those Division D and Division E, you sometimes get a mix of skills. These guys, to me, both seem really good. To become Ishida, you have to have unleashed a perfect left side shape. It's so beautiful. Ishida players are so enamored with their own shape that they can't actually finish the games. They're like, I want to make a Seinfeld reference, but I can't remember the guy's name. When George was a hand model, they were talking about the previous hand model that was so good, that was who was not master of his own domain. He was so in love with his own hand. That in my mind, those are Ishida players. It's such a ridiculous episode. It's so good. It's so ridiculous. Very quiet on YouTube today. Very quiet. We had a bigger number on YouTube when there were when I was playing. I notice. You know, I think a lot of that is that YouTube is more heavily people from Japan. For my stream, it's primarily Japanese viewers, and I think those viewers do not like these WSL games as much. Not really enough sample size. My YouTube numbers have also gone down a bit since I stopped playing on Kyo. You know, I've been on Wars almost exclusively for the past week and a half, which is interesting. Maybe I need some sort of swimsuit anime character. So I don't know about this. So I'm guessing the idea is going to be he's going to come back and then drop a knight. But I think it's easy enough to defend here. I think it's easy enough to defend. Right? You get the silver up. You get the silver up. Yeah, and then if he takes, you take, pawn drop, silver back, and I think you're good. We also have the ability, once the pawn is exchanged, if he takes, we take, he drops a pawn, we come back. We're also going to be able to tataki. So it's a spicy game. It's a spicy game, but I think Gote is really in the driver's seat here. Maybe I need to wear a swimsuit. I think the goal, Surgebringer, the goal is to get more viewers. The goal, I don't want to see, the only zeros that I want to see in my viewer counts are multiple zeros, like 100 viewers. I don't want to see 0 viewers. Konoman, hello. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. I could have this swimsuit and I could just do, like, I could just turn it into entertainment channel. I could start dabbing. I'll just start dabbing. Just I'll do Macarena dances. I'll do a cover of Hey Yeah 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 Yeah, the He-Man version of Hey Yeah 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 Yeah. I'll get a huge Korean viewer base. That's when I make my move into Korea. I start doing like that kind of music stuff. Swimsuit gives you confidence. Well, Maybe it gives you confidence. I'm not so sure yet. I hope he doesn't resign here. It's not resign, but I think it's real bad. What's going on? The Skeletor, and he prays. Boy, that 10-hour hey yeah He-Man video. There's a on YouTube. There's like a 10-hour version. That video, it lives in my mind. It lives in my brain at all times. And he prays. Oh my God, does he pray? So do not Nifu. Please do not Nifu. Please do not Nifu. Do not Tataki. Do not Tataki. The red alarm is going off right now. Great music. Just add some dancing, and the youths will be all over it. Yeah, they love the youth these days. They love Macarena and Gangnam Style. They love it. They love it. I would have dropped further back, but that's just me. I think, barely looking at this, I would have dropped the lance. But I think I would have dropped it up here on 6-4. That way, when the rook slides over, we can promote. Because what now? What now if the rook slides over? What are we going to do? Drop a knight? We're going to lose that horse? I don't think we really want to lose that horse. Also, the thing is, we could have, if we drop that lance, and then he slides to the right, just like he does the electric slide, slide to the right. We could have pulled our horse. We could have pulled our horse here, which I think I like a lot. We get the horse aiming at the rook. We pull this. We could pull it back, even just completely stifle everything that he's looking to do. So when the rook goes back, what is the plan now? Like what is the plan? We're gonna drop a bishop here? I don't think so, because gold takes, bishop takes rook, gold takes. I mean, I think it's still dangerous for Sente, but that's a nice trade. That's a nice trade. That's effectively two majors for a gold. That would be a gold and a rook for a horse and a rook, or a horse and a bishop. Boy, yeah. This we still give pieces, but yeah, that's fair. So now we drop the bishop, right? I don't think he read far enough, though. If he's playing very quickly, so maybe he did calculate this all. But I don't think he's reading far enough. Because now he's going to lose this rook. Now he's going to lose his rook, and don't look now, but Sente's seeming pretty tight here, right? Sente's going to have a rook and a bishop and a knight and a pawn in hand. Gote still has, these pieces attacking, but it's not so straightforward as I think it would have been. And he prays. Sorry, Skeletor again. I love the arm. The arm when the He-Man dance. It's this king is exposed. We've also got to look out for that. We've got to look out for bishop drop ideas. He really got a lot of counterplay out of that. I think Caro Roberto, unless he calculated all this and likes it, I think he may have played a little too quickly. I think he just assumed the game was over, and it was, I think. But you still have to be careful. Like Gote's castle is still fine. The king is exposed again, like the dynamic. The castle's good. He's got a rook still. He's got a bishop in a prime spot, in a nice spot anyway. He's threatening pieces. So, it's not into the world. I think my guess is Gote is still winning here. But to me anyway, to my eyes, it is nowhere near as clear as it was. And I think it's going to be a very easy game to lose. So I think he's looking to pull this piece over so that he could drop the gold and win the silver. But again, that is another piece that's going to be, this lance is going to be in the hand of Sente. This silver is going to be in the hand of Gote, or of Sente. This silver will also be in the hand of Sente. But Gote and Sam switching Sente and Gote, playing so fast. That was too early. I'm going to say that was too early. I am going to say that was way too early. I think that was way too early. I think you've got to be a little sneakier with that. I think you need to be a little sneakier. Like drop the lance. Drop the lance sneaky. Drop the lance here kind of sneaky. That's what I think you need, rather than just take unloading your guns right away with this bishop drop. I think, but maybe he's got it. Maybe he's got an idea. Fuji lost. Why did he lose? You've seen the game. You still don't get it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to help with that. Those games they're inscrutable to me, basically. Did I greet you, Emperor Rex? If I didn't, if I was blabbing when I saw your name, I apologize. Good day. Good day to you. Hope you're having a good day. And he prays. Oh my God, does he pray? Pray every single day. Yes. I'm not sure if you want to be giving Sente or Gote a knight here. Well, he wouldn't be. You'd be giving it to, yeah. You'd be giving it to Gote. Like if you attack here, you're giving that knight and a lance to Gote. I'm not sure if you want to do that. Always interested in the mental aspect of it. You know, is Sente wondering, or is Gote wondering, how did this get so difficult? Congrats on the 699 stream. Nice. Any plans for a 700 stream celebration? Yeah. Skeletor cosplay. No. Not really. I don't have any ideas. I don't have an idea. You know, tomorrow would be the 700. I imagine I'm going to stream, but I do have to take Atari to a vet appointment tomorrow. So she's due for her annual checkup and some of her I don't even know if the V word is going to get blocked, get me flagged on YouTube. So I'll just say her shots. Her shots. He prays, but he also has to make sure to try. This is true. This is true. I love the scene when Man-at-Arms and Adam, or Man-at-Arms, whatever the guy's name is. I can't remember what Man-at-Arms' name is. Maybe he doesn't have a name. Maybe he's just Man-at-Arms. The green guy, and when they're chatting, when they're they'd say LOL. I don't know why that stupid stuff makes me laugh so hard. And the scene when the chef is in the chef, they show the chef cooking in the kitchen and the music is muted. It's as if the music is playing outside, but he's in the kitchen, and so the music is muted. That cracks me up so much. Don't stop the instruction for the late student. Glad for the English insights. Thank you. I don't know if my insights are any good. I try. Like He-Man, I try. Oh my God, do I try? I don't know. That's not the line. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't. Is that an attempt at mental damage? I'm not. I don't like. So you know, I have my quirks. I definitely have my quirks. So he's getting a rook. I think he wants. I think he probably would be happy with this bishop, but that insta move. Maybe I shouldn't even say, because people are going to do it against me. I don't like that over the board, and I don't like that online. The insta move. You know, it's not bad etiquette, except it kind of is. But I'm a weenie. I think Sente's really regretting dropping that bishop so early. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe Gote has somewhere to go. Maybe he just doesn't have much time. Maybe that's why he's playing so fast. Yeah, it's Kishin. Yeah. You love the artificial pre-moves. On Shogi Wars, yeah. In a 30-60 game, I don't know. You know, at the club, there are at least at the San Francisco Shogi Club, there are a couple people who do that. Who do the we play 5 minute with 40-second Byoyomi. There are two players in particular that I'm thinking of that when they're in trouble, or with, you know, usually when they're in trouble, or they're trying to apply pressure, they just play really fast. And I think I've seen Melkor say that that's what you should do when you know you're in trouble. Play fast. You know, put the ball back in the opponent's court. And it makes sense. It totally makes sense. It totally makes sense. And, you know, I have done it myself. And so, you know, nothing wrong with it. You know, it's the game. It's totally the game. But it's funny that there are two players who I think of as people who do that. So it's like, oh, he's in trouble. He's playing fast. He knows he's in trouble. You know, one of those types. Interesting. What's the meaning of this? I don't see the meaning there. He's trying to protect against. I don't see that. He's trying to protect against a night drop. He's got two rooks. So he, like, if he drops a rook, what's next? The lance coming in? You want to see an OTB Kishin, but instead of high quality graphics, you get to call Koshiro. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. That phone a friend. Yeah, you know, who wants to be a shogi? Who wants to be a shoginaire? Who wants to be a shoginaire? You get to call a coach. You get to call a Koshiro. Someone and I at the Silicon Valley Shogi Club, maybe about a year ago or so, we play at a Panera Bread, and what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think I like the running that side. The other side would have been terrible, I think, because that lance. But anyway, we were playing at Panera Bread. It closes, like, it's a hard close at 9 p.m. So it was getting very close to that. So we just played a game without a clock, but we said every move has to be instant. Every move you have to make instantly, and it was fun. It was fun. We actually ended up, I think, playing 2 games in like 8 minutes. It was pretty fun. I think I think we split. I think we split. 1-1. I think. Fair enough. This is a big decision. This is a big decision. Big decision. I was gonna say. So, my main choices were here, or here, or here, or here. I was not convinced of this. This felt potentially dangerous. Because I think what we don't want is to give what we don't want is to, yes, we don't want the gold. We don't want to give the gold. And what we don't want also is to leave our king. So like if he takes Lance drop, we're now lasering the king. So can he just take this pawn? Can he take this pawn?
30秒 40秒
Yeah, don't like. Now, do not step into check. Do not step into check. But at the same time, if we do walk back, all he has is knights. He takes the silver. That gives our rook a promotion. And it allows us to sort of slide in. It allows us to drop the bishop. It allows us, yeah, I mean, dropping the bishop, I think, would be amazing. An amazing result. Maybe he saw something else, but to me, it seems like there was no reason to come up. Especially since our rook and our king is lined up. Fascinating. I hope this was the right move, because it'll be something to learn from. Yeah, this is rough. This is rough. So, the bishop, we pull back. We pull back. What is he going to do now? Now what? He drops the silver. So do not take yet. Do not take yet. Think longer. If you would have run and then he takes the dragon, then we still get the bishop drop. Why so fast?
40秒
I think Sente is still okay. I think he's still okay, but like, because it's going to be very difficult to defend, I think. Yeah, our boy is getting ready for the Rising Stars 3-minute streaming. Yeah. Just take it. Just take it and move on with your day. Just take it and call yourself a little fortunate. Just take it. You do not want these discovered attacks. You do not want these discovered attacks like silver 7-4. So if you take this knight, silver 7-4 is going to be gross. Because you basically have to run, and then you lose this bishop, and there's a horse there. So now I don't know about dropping a bishop. Boy, this is tough. We have no knights. Somehow we have no knights. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I don't hate that at all. I do not hate that at all. I think a bishop is fantastic right here. A bishop drop also is attacking. He protect, but he also attack. I think we would have liked to have a silver trying to mate. I'm not sure if there's really a choice here. I think you have to come back here and tempo the rook. He's going to be looking to drop a lance. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, no.
30秒
I'm not sure. I think I don't mind a bishop drop here, hitting this gold and hitting this pawn. All right, hold on. Please think. Please think. Rook takes, gold takes, bishop drop. King runs. He's checking and chasing. He's just checking and chasing. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. But maybe it's... You could take this knight at some point. No, not now. Not now, I guess.
30秒
Bishop 6-2. Oh, man. Man, oh, man.
50秒 1 2 3
Would I participate in WSL? Yeah, I've talked about this a few times. No, because of the scheduling. I really dislike the scheduling. I really dislike scheduling for these events. I've played in a ladder back in my Go days, 20 years or so ago. I played in one of those ladder type events, and it's where it's most like WSL. It's mostly Europeans, and And so scheduling just became such a chore. And I was usually the one to give in to pick the time that's worse for me than it is for them. And then sometimes players wouldn't show up. So I'm like, I'm up in the middle of the night. To be nice, I'm up in the middle of the night to schedule my game that we can play, and then the other player doesn't show up. I think I talked about this in my first few episodes of streaming Shogi back in 2023. I want to make sure that, so at that point, I started dreading playing Go for among other reasons, but for that reason. And I wanted to make sure when I decided to play Shogi and concentrate on Shogi, I wanted to make sure that I did not do anything that made me dread playing Shogi. And scheduling for me is absolute dread. I don't like paper. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys. Paperwork is just paperwork and having to schedule. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. So long story short, no. $6'5" Lance. Hey, Harrian, nice to see you. Is 6'5" Lance? Seems okay. Would we just drop the pawn though? Drop the pawn on 6'6". This has been a really fun game to watch. Really fun game to watch. I think we're going to see I think we may see a pretty hectic graph on this one. I thought it was just a sheer demolition to start. But I think Tony turned it around. Oh, I don't like that either. I don't think I like that. I don't like that. So what I wanted to do, I was thinking about some way to play on the weakness of this square. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it is fine. Maybe it is fine. I'm not sure. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Hold on. On second thought, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Well, now it's just gold takes. Yeah, gold takes, I think, is just mate, right? Takes, gold takes, if king takes, if gold takes, rook takes, king takes, silver drop is going to be mate. Silver drop, gold drop.
40秒
You gotta do it. You gotta do it, I think.
50秒 1、2
No! Time is tough. Time is tough. Time gets us all. It's still dangerous here. So, but the problem is, well, no, there's no problem. I was going to say the problem is the bishop drop can take this gold, but that's not true. That's not true. Our pawns are protecting that. Am I wrong? Was that not mate? I think it was. Maybe he didn't see what would happen after the king runs to 1-2. But I think if, in that case, we just take this gold. Hello, Dino Prophet. Well, I'm definitely not laughing. He's played a great game and had a really nice comeback. It's hard. You know, finding Tsume is much easier for me sitting here than it is for the player. Yeah, so he does get to win this gold. He does get, but it's yeah. He does get to win this gold. But I don't think he can do it because gold takes is still winning. Gold takes is still winning. Oh, now it's no, it's not. It's not. Pawn? No. Oh, I hope he doesn't lose from here. Oh, man. Man, oh man, man, oh man. Oh, well, no, he didn't consider pawn. He didn't consider pawn. Pawn, king runs, bishop, he runs. That wouldn't be it. Or would it? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. Knight up, gold up, knight up. So I think all Sente has to do is block the all Sente has to do is block the rook. Oh, pawn is Nifu. Pawn is Nifu. Pawn is Nifu. Thank you, Konoman. Thank you. And Surgebringer, yeah. Oh, I'm so gutted. I'm so gutted. He played so well to get into that position. It's not over. It's not over. It is most certainly not over. But I think it's turned. I think it's turned. I think it's going to be difficult, potentially. Maybe, what do I know? What do I know? Like, if he does block, like, this is what I was thinking. Like, blocking with the knight. Blocking with the knight is no good because we still take this bishop. We take this, or we take the knight, and it still would have been mate. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like that does not protect the knight. It blocks the rook nicely, but it does not protect the knight. In case anyone's wondering why, the rook could come in and promote. Or the bishop would promote. You know, either one. Got to watch out when you pull this, wherever you pull this, you need to make sure that you are not going to get forked by a gold drop or something with the other horse or whatnot. Yeah, yeah, that's a good move. That's a good move because now this piece is free. Now this piece is free. So I would come up here. I would come up here. I think I would have come up here with this horse. I would have gone with it here with this horse. Gold takes, bishop takes, promotes. Yeah, it's getting tough. It's getting tough. All he has, okay, I was going to say all he has is a gold and a bishop, so he doesn't have a pawn, so a lance drop is an idea. Is an idea. You know, it's not maybe the greatest of ideas, but it is an idea. You know, he played it a little too fast again. We're running the risk of giving Gote enough pieces again. Wow. Now the knight drop seems good. It's too fast. Gotta think. Gotta think. Got to think. Got to think. That comes a check. Yeah. What? Do not lose here. Do not lose here by not realizing your king is in check. This is a sneaky move. This is a very sneaky move. Oh, boy. He protected his knight. Well done. He protected his knight. Or his bishop. He protected his horse from the knight jump. Very nice. Gold drop is pretty interesting. I'm not sure if we want to give Sente a gold here, but gold drop I think has to be taken. Because if the horse escapes, the gold just takes the knight with the exposed attack. So gold drop is good, but maybe we just, I think if gold drop, then we just take. Then we take the gold. Okay, yeah. It's a bit of a minefield out here for Sente. What a barn burner. What an exciting game. How are we going to activate this rook? Yeah, so what are we going to do? Where are we going to go? We don't want to activate this gold by getting so close to it, but how are we going to live here? How are we going to give ourselves space to not just be continually checked?
30秒
I think I like coming over. I think I'd like coming over. So if Rook tries to sack something like that, I think we just take these two. Take, and then we take the Rook, I think. I don't think he's going to do that. Yeah, I think a gold back here would be a mistake. He could drop a gold here to win the rook. You know, I always hesitate some of these things because you never know who's watching. But so if he does drop the gold, then take, or take, king takes, rook takes knight, and then we redrop the knight. Okay. So I'm not seeing that. This I think is the move I would have hoped he would play. Okay. Okay, so he's going for the one gap, or he's going for the, he's going for the gap. So now we take. And now how are we going to win this? How are we going to keep ourselves safe? How are we going to keep ourselves safe from this rook? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So fast. Why so fast? Maybe he read it already. If he drops a lance, we run. He drops a knight. We'd have to take, so that's not it. He drops a lance. We run. No, we can't run here. Yeah, 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 yeah. So he runs, drops the knight, and then
30秒
actually, is it just with the silver? So if he runs silver, king takes.
40秒
No, gold, because then the bishop takes. Bishop takes. I think it's still tough. It's still tough.
50秒
Ah.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Fair enough. Fair enough. This is what I was looking at in those last 3 seconds. Yeah, the problem is this is never going to be a threat. This is never going to be a threat because the king is here. But wow. I am so triggered by the time usage in this game. This has been really fun. Really, really fun. And that's mate. And that's mate. King back, knight drop. Oh, it was good. It was good. Or bishop drop. Yeah, it was good. GG. GG. Yeah, I was definitely cheering for Tony Ko for a while there because Caro had started playing those instant moves. Oh, he had mate. He had mate. Right? So where is it? A real nice setup here. If he takes, oops. This is the mate. And if he runs, what are we doing here? What? Let's. Oh, if he runs, we just mate. If he runs, we just mate. If he runs, we just mate. Yeah, I think I wasn't expecting this, and I just wasn't. This was my off variation, and so I think my brain went into complicated mode. Yeah, so. Yeah. Oh, unfortunate. So strong. Anton Koval, hello. It was hell? I'm not sure. Is it? Are you one of these? Oh, you're Sente. I was cheering for you. Good game. You really turned it around. I think, yeah, it was pain. It was really painful when you didn't make the Tsume. It was really painful. So did you just not see it? I'm curious. You know, it's always easier when you're spectating a game. It's always easy to see mate. It's always easy for the spectators to see. No blitzing in Byoyomi in the future. Yes, that one lesson to take away. One lesson to take away from this game. Take your time in Byoyomi. Take your time. So, you know, Caroberto was not taking his time, and he completely threw away a winning game. You had the win because he didn't take any time. And then I think you did take time on this move, but maybe there just wasn't enough time. You know, it is so much easier to find a mate when you're spectating than it is when you're in the game. But yeah, did you not consider this, or like did you see a ghost or something? Ah, you didn't see it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if he runs, yeah, this is mate. And then, you know, if he takes, you get the snazzy, you know, silver and gold. I think you played great. I think, you know, the opening was rough. You know, the opening, he had a huge advantage. I think in the opening he had a huge advantage, but you hung in there and made some really nice moves, and to the point where you were winning. I mean, you had mate on the board, and I thought you played amazingly well. Even at the end, as you were losing it, I I personally thought those were nice moves. You know, what do I know? You know, I am certainly no shogi genius. So I thought they were really nice moves. To me, your rating does not like I suspected at the beginning. You just don't play much on 81 Dojo. A lot of these WSL games, you see underrated players. I really thought both of you played this really well. I'm amazed. But the time man, I think for both of you, the time usage was the strange thing. And like to the point where I actually thought your opponent maybe just had to go, like was in a rush to leave, because he was playing so fast at some point, and it really burned him. It really burned him. But that was awesome. Thank you for playing. I mean, thank you for being entertaining. This is this is one of the more fun games that I can remember watching. Edward, you say you always make mistakes in Byoyomi. That's why you try to avoid it during ESC at any cost. Oh, that's an interesting take. That's a very interesting take. That you play, well, at ESC you had 40 minutes main time, right? 40 minutes main time and 40-second Byoyomi, right? 40 seconds main time, 40-second Byoyomi. So you don't have to rush. But yeah, maybe Caroberto feels the same way, where he really wants to stay in his main time because he just feels too much pressure during Byoyomi. 60-second Byoyomi is a lot, but it's not, it's 60 seconds sometimes is not enough. It's not enough. You spend time thinking, but still keeping away from danger zone. So it's amazing to me that you think that Byoyomi is bad for you, because you play a lot of 3-minute games. You play a lot of 3-minute games. You're a strong chess player. You're good at fast games. Obviously, you're really good at 3-minute games, based on those Kishin tournament results. 40 seconds is an eternity compared to 3-minute games, right? Like 30 seconds. 40 seconds is a huge percentage of a 3-minute game. But anyway, this was very fun to watch. Very fun. So that's a big win for Hungary. Like I said at the beginning, they want to stay out of the basement. No one wants to demote to Division E. And what else is happening this month? That was the second board. And Hungary won the month. Okay, so Hungary has won this month. Congrats to them. That is going to do a lot to keep them out of the bottom two. How is Brazil 5? How is Brazil 5 at the bottom? These are good players. Right? Am I misremembering? The strength of this team? Those guys are good. This Brazil team is also good. This team these are good players. And they're doing well. But man, Division D is a little stacked right now. It's weird to you as well, but when you play Kiramake, you kind of accept the fate of not having enough time. Yeah, I think I hear you. I think I have the same I think my mind plays the same sort of mental games on me, where it's like I accept something and then I do it, but if there's Byoyomi, then there's a theory that work will always fit the amount of time given to it. I can't remember what that's called. It actually might be a Heisenberg principle. Not the Heisenberg, not the famous one, but I think it might be a Heisenberg thing. I'm not sure. But the idea is that work will expand to fit the amount of time given to it. So like when I have 60-second Byoyomi or 40 seconds, often it doesn't feel like I'm getting a better result, but I am getting close. I'm using all my time. And you know, same thing, like if I have a 10-minute main time versus a 15 or versus a 5, it's like I end up just thinking in my main time too long. Like I think that's actually a real weakness or a leak for me when I do play a longer, like a 10-minute or 15-minute. I think I feel a little more comfortable in my time. So I might spend 4 minutes or 3 minutes on a move that does not deserve 3 or 4 minutes. That is definitely a problem for me. Anyway. So there's that. And again, I still don't see any information. Maybe the team will not sweep it under the rug, hide the truth. Maybe the team is just not going to talk about the Division B drama, where you know this team has been disqualified. So what do these monthly results look like? Oh, interesting. Oh, every team is just being given 2 points. I wonder what the discussion is there. What's the practical difference between giving the winning team 2 points versus 3 points? Can anyone think of that off the top of their head? You know, if every team is getting the 3 points, is it any different from every team getting 2 points? It can snowball a lot more with 1 point up, can it? I mean, if every team gets an extra 3 points, every team essentially has no points. Am I missing? I feel like I may be missing something. You know, my brain does not function as well on stream. Not that it's in peak condition these days off stream. But if you win more, the gap are more? No. If every team gets 3 and you win 2, you're +2. If every team gets 2 and you win 2, you're +2, right? Like there's no relative, or you know, there's no percentage base. Well, and September, October, and November have not been counted so far. Oh, I see. So there's if there's a win by default in general, the team gets 2-0. Ah. Boy, that's an interesting rule too. Because you could potentially collude with a team. You could potentially collude with a team with a bottom. So if you're battling for first place and the other first place team has to play the bottom team in the division who just happens to be in your same country, you could tell them to forfeit rather than play, because your competitor, your co-leader of the tournament, would only get 2 points instead of 3 points, which they would get if they won every game. So gamesmanship. Very interesting. But the reverse could also be true. If you're in first place and in the final you're tied for first place and you're another team from your country, you're in the final round, you're playing another team from your country, You could just have them throw every game, in which case you get 3 points. So there's a way to game the system. There's a way to game the system no matter what. It's in the rules, section 13. It's section 13 is DS9, right? Right? DS9, is it section 13 or 37 or section 13? Section 31. Section 31. Sorry. It's section 31 in Deep Space Nine. It's not section 13. That scenario would ruin the whole WSL. We can make a YouTube thumbnail and it would just say it's over. They lied. They cheated. Oh man. All right. Good times. My throat is starting to get tired again. So we have a lot of people on. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna close up here. I got my games in on Shogi Wars. I would like to play some more, but I need to take this. Somehow I need to take it more seriously on the day it starts. So like on Monday, when I was talking, and I knew I didn't have water. The conversation was so interesting, I didn't want to stop. And now I'm still feeling the effects. I'm still feeling the effects. So I need to do a better job of that. So I'm going to try to rest the throat a bit and close up here. But thank you, everybody. That was fun. Congrats to the players for that one. That was so fun to watch. Really well played. Thank you. I will need luck in the event. We're a week and a half away. We're a week and a half away. I'm terrible at 3 minutes. 3 minutes Kiramake. I'm playing people who are all better than I am. I just don't want to completely embarrass myself. So that's my goal. Don't embarrass myself completely. We'll see. Or if I do embarrass myself, at least try to do it when the official stream is not showing me. So anyway, that's it. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you all later. Have a great remainder of your day. Enjoy your shogi, and bye.